Give an example of a polynomial. Remember, poly means many, so many terms. There's an example of a polynomial with 4 terms. Or a polynomial maybe with 3 terms, a trinomial. Or a plain old constant is a polynomial with 1 term, a monomial. Or something like this. Is another monomial. So polynomials can have any number of terms. An example of a monomial. A monomial, mono is a suffix that means 1. Monomial is 1 term. So these would be monomial. Oh, not that one. Those would be monomials. 1 term. Give an example of an expression or term that is not a monomial. Monomials cannot have negative exponents. Polynomials, actually. Polynomials cannot have fractional exponents. Polynomials do not have the the variable in the denominator. Polynomials do not have the square root or any root of the variable. Actually, this is the same as this, and this is the same as this. We'll talk about that in a different class, though. So last module, we did adding or subtracting polynomials. So if you look here, everything is all added, subtracted. There's no multiplying of terms here. So I can rewrite this without the parentheses. Sometimes I don't even rewrite it. And then I just go through and add up my like terms. So I notice that I have a positive 1x squared and a positive 3x squared. When I add those together, I'll get 4x squared. And here are my x terms, a positive 1x and a negative 10x. That adds together to be negative 9x. Think money. I had $1, I lost 10, I'm now 9 in the hole. And then my constant terms, the positive 5 and the positive 4 can go together to be positive 9. I can't add this anymore because they're not like terms. When you add or subtract, you have to have like terms. When you subtract, you need to distribute this negative sign, this minus sign, before you start. Some people like to think of it as multiplying everything in this expression by negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 2. A negative times a negative is a positive 2. Negative 1 times positive 3x is negative 3x. Negative 1 times negative x cubed plus x cubed, or plus 1x cubed. Notice the sign just changed on everything there. These stay the same. Now I can add up my like terms. Let's see. I have a positive x cubed, a negative x squared. I'll have to do some combining here. I have a negative x and a negative 3x, so that'll be negative 4x. And a positive 4 and a positive 2 is a positive 6. Again, I cannot add these together anymore because they are not like terms. You have to have like terms to add or subtract. So what we'll work on in this module is multiplying polynomials. Take a look at these 2 examples here. Here's what we're going to work on first, multiplying monomials together. And then we'll do other polynomials. Notice the difference between these 2. This one has only multiplication. There's no adding or subtracting in this at all. This one has multiplication right here and adding and subtracting. We have to deal with this one a little bit differently.